So I had a bit of a throwback Thursday I want to show you guys, and here's the collector's edition of the Hogwarts Legacy though. Now this did came out around like 3 years ago, or 3 to 4 years ago right now, but I bought this on eBay on a sale though, since this is like the only good price that I got though. It did cost around like almost like $200 to $300, but I bought this at a decent discount, even though the package is a bit damaged. But I had to get this though, since like I said, I did bought this on sale, and I bought this just because, like I said, it was a pretty decent price over there. And it does come with a steel bookcase, a floating wand life size with a bookcase, and a collector box, which I do like. And it does have DLC though. Now I know a lot of people really hate this collector's edition, but I understand why, since there should have been more stuff like, a physical soundtrack, or maybe an actual fucking art book. I don't mind having a wand though, but having a floating hand and wand, it's just kind of a bit bland. But I bought this mostly because I just want the steelbook though, so whatever. So I'm gonna crack this thing open to see what's inside here. So as you can look at this right here, and for the whole box right here itself though. Now, like I said, I bought this Hogwarts Legacy though, since this has been trending for the past couple years though, but I finally got it at a decent price though. Now I know a lot of people really are not big on buying Hogwarts Legacy though, since during the J.K. Rowling controversy, but everybody called her like a transphobe or whatever. But it's her, she has a right to say whatever she wants though. She didn't harm anybody though. But say what you want about J.K. Rowling, but I gotta give credit to her, since like she made the fantasy world one of the best parts. Since I did read in the past, I did read a lot of Harry Potter books, and I did watch some of the movies, but I mostly prefer the books though, since it's a lot more expansive. But here's what it looks like again. But for the most part, I'm very happy that I got this, even though I'm not a fan of this collector's edition. Like I said, I bought it for a decent price though, so I hope inside some of the stuff is still intact though. So here it is. Okay then, so the game is still brand new. There's the DLC code, which I'm not gonna show, which I'm gonna hold this for a bit, which expires in the next 10 years, 10 to 13 years though, I think though. So yeah, so it says the deadline is around, like, wow, I'm not gonna mention the year of it though. So yeah, and here it is. Sorry guys, I'm trying being very careful how I open this. So at least the steelbook is still brand new, which I do appreciate though. As you can see right here, here's Hogwarts Legacy. I do like this version of the steelbook a lot better though, since this one doesn't break though, as you can see right here. I'm very happy. I'm very glad I got this one, and I do like the look of this though. It says yeah. And here's the game, the physical game itself though, which the deluxe edition right here. I'm looking forward to download this one for a bit. So it comes with 85. Holy shit, that's a lot of gigabyte. So probably when I play this game though, I might be a Slytherin, since I know a lot of people love Hogwarts. Since I might choose Slytherin a lot more, since that's like the world I want to explore a little more, since we're used to the main characters like Harry, Hermione, and Ron, since there are the three main characters of Hogwarts. For me, I want to play Slytherin though, since I want to do a full experience on what it feels like to become part of like this so-called evil, which they're not evil though. Just a bit of a spoiler alert, since if you guys have been playing Hogwarts Legacy for so long, you'll get a lot more lore out of it than just your standard haha, they're an evil organization. No, they're a lot more than that though. So yeah, and here's the there's a lot of DLC content around here. Shit, exclusive quests. Wow, that's a lot though. So I'm gonna leave this here. And here's the physical game itself though. It's just pretty basic though, but I'm glad I got this. So, and here's the and here's some of the plugs. As you can see, here's the book and the wand, which I know a lot of people really hate this. Understandably so though, since it does look kind of boring though at times, but I bought it mostly because like I said, I do want that steelbook though. And you know, I've seen the gameplay of Hogwarts Legacy, and it's really fun though. I think this is actually it's still one of the best games I've heard in 2023. But I mostly bought it just to complete it, and like I said, I got a pretty decent sale out of it though. So you know, so at the end, I don't regret it. I'm waiting for a sale out of it though. So you know, I get my money's worth it. You know, so yeah. And here's the wand. I believe this is like the. Because, you know, there's a lot of characters I do love in the Harry Potter franchise. Mostly, some side characters. Like, for an example, I like Sirius Black. Mostly in the books, though, since he was, like, the godfather to Harry, though. Since, you know, sadly, he, spoiler, died in... So, here it is. Here's the wand, which is looking pretty good for, like, a, you know... You know, yeah. And just so you know, I know a lot of people are not a fan of the Harry Potter franchise. I understand why. Mostly because some people are not a fan of the wizard and the fantasy type stuff. Since for me, I did used to watch the Harry Potter franchise since when I was a little kid, mostly with my aunt during the midnight premiere, I believe. So you know, guys, here it is. Here's the plug itself though, which I might not be using as much since this is just pretty basic though, I think. And here's the spell book itself. This is more like a map. Oh, then we do have a map here though, so looking really good. You know, I'm gonna keep it like this though, so you know. I'm gonna keep it like this though, since I do like the way it looks. Here's the spell book. You know, despite some parts being open, it's still brand new. Now, I know this is not everybody's favorite collector's edition. I understand. I wish it was like a real life actual book. I don't mind the wand though. I just wish it was just the book as well. But I do like the details of it. And for the most part, do I recommend this collector's edition? Not exactly though. But if you're a fan of the original the Wizarding World of Harry Potter though, like in the past, so I think you should get this. But I wouldn't recommend it for people who are a hardcore collector's edition enthusiasts though. So you're gonna be a little disappointed in some parts of it, but for the most part, I'm glad I bought this, just mostly because I want to get this until this will get discontinued though. So you know, but yeah, I'm okay with it so far. I know this is not everybody's favorite collector's edition, but I want to open it just because it's a bit of a throwback Thursday, since I believe this is like the third anniversary of the Harry Potter franchise though, thanks to J.K. Rowling though. So yeah, I'm glad I managed to pick this up. I know this is pretty late for me to get it, but I had to though, since you know I like to pick up collector's edition, even though I may not like it. But I will buy more collector's edition in the near future. Speaking of which, I'll do more videos like this probably tomorrow night, if I still have the chance though. So you know, like I said, I'm glad I got this, even though it's not everybody's favorite, but you know, it's worth doing a bit of a scoop though. So yeah, that's all for this video. Thank you guys for watching. So let me know in the comments below what do you guys think though. So subscribe to this channel and make sure you hit the notification bell, comment below. So yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next video. Until then, peace the fuck out.